Hello and welcome. My name is Evan Branken, and this is Adulting 101. Today we're joined by John Nagel, a professional banker. Take it away.
Hi, I'm John Nagel. I am here to talk about the basics of banking. The reason why a checking account is important is it's the most convenient way, it's the most economical and least expensive way to pay others, and it's also a way of keeping your funds safe. So the alternatives to that, maybe I should expand on that first, is to carry around cash, and that's an easy way to pay people, but if you lose it, you're never going to get it back. The other way is paying people by money orders. And money orders can be expensive, they're inconvenient. You have to go to somewhere to pay for those. They can cost anywhere from 88 cents to $2. What's the comparative cost of checks? So when you order the checks through the bank, you can typically get 150 or possibly up to 200 for the cost of approximately $30. There are some businesses that you'll need to write a check to, maybe your landlord when you go to sign your lease with your apartment when you move out. In order to open up a checking account, you have to be 18 years old. That's when you can legally enter into a contract. You'll need your driver's license, social security number, social security card to prove what your social security number is. If your driver's license is different than the address that you're using, you'll need some kind of proof of where you're residing at. Typically, you'll need about $100 to open the account, order a debit card or an ATM card. It usually takes about 10 days in order for you to receive that in the mail. So when you are at the bank and you're opening your account with them, they use a system typically called ChexSystems. Banks are connected, they share information in that regards, so they know if you have a bad account previously. First thing you need to know is how do you deposit funds into your account? So you can do that in multiple different ways. You can take cash to the bank and deposit it at a teller window. With mobile banking, take a picture of a check and you can deposit the check into your account. If you're working and you have an employer, most employers would prefer to deposit your paycheck directly into your bank account. If you have checks or cash, you can also deposit those directly into an ATM. After you get funds into your account, how do you get them out? A debit card. When you get that, you can use that to withdraw cash from an ATM. Most businesses will accept those for consumer transactions. Since it's a MasterCard or Visa, you can provide that credit card number when you're purchasing online. I had an item come across my checking account for $20.67. Wasn't something I recognized, so I let the bank know that wasn't me that made that purchase. It is your responsibility to watch your account. I recommend that you do that daily or weekly. What I see for most people under 30 is that they use Venmo, or another form is Zelle. That's how they're making payments to friends or sometimes even businesses. Another is by bill pay. That's an app that is provided for people to pay others by simply logging onto their account and inserting the recipient of who to pay and the dollar amount. And some businesses will, if you call them up, their 800 number, they have a service, you plug in your account number, a check number, the dollar amount that you want to pay them, and they'll transfer the funds. Each bank has a routing number. And the routing number is how each bank is identified, and that is at the bottom of your check. It's about 9 digits long, and then your checking account number would be to the right of that. Another way payments are made from a checking account is auto debit. So you can provide them your account number, the routing number for your checking account, and they can pull the amount directly out of your account, balance your account. At the end of the month, you'll get a statement from the bank that shows you each transactional item, deposit, withdrawal, a check cleared. When you add and subtract those, hopefully you'll come up with the dollar amount at the end of the month as what you match on yours. When you're writing a check, if you're balance is only $100 and you're writing a check for $200, and that's presented to the bank, that is called an overdraft. When that happens, the bank is going to charge an overdraft fee. If you decided, well, I'm just not going to pay that, you walk away from it, the next time you go to open an account, the other bank that you go to will know that. One other thing I'd like to touch on is the difference between a checking and a savings account. Right now, interest rates are not very high, so the difference between earning interest in your checking and savings is not very much. The point of having a savings account, though, is to park funds in your savings. Well, why don't I just get a savings rather than a checking account? A savings account is limited to 6 withdrawals per month. When you're at the bank and establishing the account, one of the questions that you would like to ask them is there any fees related to having the checking account? They could have a minimum balance of $500, and if you drop below that, they may charge you $10 a month. Another thing is if they have charges related to ATM fees when you go to an ATM. On average, the maximum amount you can pull out from an ATM in cash each day is $300. That's a brief summary on Introductory to Banking.
Thanks for watching. This has been another video in our Adulting 101 series. If you enjoyed it, please hit like, subscribe, click the bell so you're notified when we release new content. We'll be doing more videos in this series on a variety of topics, but if there's something you really want to hear about, feel free to let us know and we'll try and make a video just for you. Thanks, God bless, and have a great one.